Hi, everybody. I'm Jessica. I am a student ambassador here at Fresno City College. Welcome to our Canvas tutorial where we will show you how to navigate Canvas so you get familiar with it once school begins. As of my own experience, I used Canvas a lot. I took a lot of online classes, so I can say Canvas is one of my strengths. Okay, so the overview for Canvas tutorial, by the end of this presentation, you'll learn what Canvas is, find out why Canvas is important, learn how to customize your profile, explore the communication tools in Canvas, explore the main components you'll need to become a Canvas user, um, see what help, support, and other resources Canvas has. As we go through the presentation, you can post questions in the chat like Liz mentioned, and I will answer those as we go along. So our first, what is Canvas? So let's start with what is Canvas? Let's learn the platform you'll be using in your classes. You'll find all your courses in Canvas as well as course content like your syllabus, assignments, etc. You'll submit them all your assignments through Canvas by due dates your instructor sets. And you'll take your quizzes and tests in Canvas as well. You'll be able to communicate with your instructor with your instructions and classmates here through the discussion boards and emails. You will be able to check and view your grades and learn how to use digital tools, access resources, and make appointments with your counselor. Okay, now I'm going to go over how you can access Canvas. First, you will log in, you will search fresnocitycollege.edu, and then you'll click on My Portal. Your username is your STCD email. So you will use the number ID at my.stcd.edu. And then for the default password, for example, if we have a student named Robert Garcia, born on March 16, 2007. So his password would be capital R, lowercase g, 031607. Okay, and then it'll default for you to change your password into a 12-character password. And you can also set up a multi-factor authorization, MFA, prove up. Okay, so now we're gonna go on how to access Canvas. You can access Canvas by logging into your student portal, like I mentioned before. Most of you should be familiar with logging in now, but here's a reminder on what your sign in will be. Your login is your student ID number followed by @mycc.edu. Like the example shown. Oh, I'm sorry, reading the wrong one. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat myself on how to access Canvas. Once you get logged in, you'll see the Canvas app. Under my favorite apps, click on the Access Canvas dashboard. For 100% online or hybrid classes, you'll need to log in each of your classes in Canvas on the first day of school. And that is very, very, very important because that's how they count attendance. So it's really important to be able to log into your Canvas, making sure what assignments are due on that first day of school. If your classes are in person, you will still use Canvas to access information about attendance that will be taken in class. So a lot of in-person instructors will also use Canvas, so you might even see all your classes on Canvas as well. The cool thing about Canvas is that it's mobile friendly. I recommend all students to download Canvas on their phones. Um, it's easier to get notifications, any changes, any communication that the instructor needs to do. It's super easy to get those notifications right away. We always carry our phone everywhere, so I recommend everyone to be able to download their Canvas. Okay, so now we're going to discuss the Canvas dashboard. Once you log into Canvas, you will see your dashboard. Dashboard shows the classes you are enrolled. Each dashboard will look different depending on what you register in. But everyone will have a global navigation menu on the left side hand. Think of this as the Canvas menu. In the menu, will cover each icon, which includes the account, courses you are registered, and a wait list for you, your calendar, inbox history, and my bookstore app, and the virtual hub for students. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the Canvas account menu. Let's start with the account menu. This is where you can change your notification preference. You can customize your notifications for each class to get the notifications you want to receive. You can also edit your profile, add a picture of yourself, create a bio for your classmates and the instructor to read about you. You can also change your pronouns here as well. Okay, so next it's the Canvas menu courses. You will see all the courses you are registered and waitlisted. If you are registered for classes, you'll be able to start using the features of the class. But if you're waitlisted, you will only be able to view the information. The instructor will need to officially add you before to complete the discussions and assignments. From here, you can choose which courses you want to access. If you don't see any courses loaded here now, don't panic. The instructor technically has until the first day of school to establish courses. So if you don't see something today, tomorrow, or Sunday, by Monday, you should be able to see something. I'll go more into the courses in a little while. For now, we're going to go into the next part of the menu. Okay, so the Canvas menu, the calendar. This is here to help you keep organized and view any upcoming assignments, due dates. You can also customize the view to view each day, week, month, or only lock one course assignment. I think it's really helpful when you have your phone because it'll be more clear. I I can see can be overwhelming looking at this. So super easy when you have notifications on your phone. Okay, so now we're gonna discuss the Canvas menu inbox. Here is where you can communicate with your instructor through emails. You should check with each instructor to see how they prefer to communicate. Mm, Some may be by phone, office hours. This inbox is a two-way communication method between you and each instructor, and they always communicate how they prefer to communicate with. It can be either through emails or through Canvas. So just always be paying attention what the instructor prefers. Okay, next is going to be the history icon. This is the easiest way to recover your most recent history or re-access any assignments you might have accidentally exit from. You can view your current activity or restore current pages you were on. This is basically a tracker of what you've been doing in Canvas in case you need to navigate back on an area. Okay. I really like this one. I actually tried this one out, the bookstore icon. Um, can search for the book and materials needed for each class, and it just breaks it down to each class. This link with your schedule, so you can see directly the bookstores to view specific classes and what books are required. So if you're always asking and wondering what you're needing for the class, this is my recommendation to look into. Okay, so this icon is the help menu. Here's where you can view resources on how to use Canvas specific and get help from each campus. You can view user guides to get familiar with each area in Canvas, and you can contact support from the campus you are enrolled at. Here is an online support through chat and a phone number, which is available 24 hours. We list the number below. Time take to get familiar with the help and functions here. If you don't see your classes on the first day of school, you'll want to use the link for the FCC resources to find out why your classes are not there. Okay, so I said we were going to talk more about course page. Remember to get there, we're using the global navigation menu to select the courses. This will show us what we are registered and waitlisted for. For example, we chose our AT10 course. When you're in a class, you'll see the name of the course on the top, along with the section number and the term. And it is circled right there for us. You'll still have access to your Canvas main menu or global navigation bar on the left, and now you'll see there's an extra icon at the bottom. It's right there. It's a little hard to see here, but we'll come back here later. This is called the virtual hub for the students, the VHS. You'll also see another menu bar specifically for that class that is showing in red. Each class menu will vary depending on how your instructor sets it up. And again, don't panic if you don't see all your classes yet. Your instructor may have not established them yet. This menu gives you access to the syllabus for the course. You can view announcements that your instructor makes. You can view specific modules created by your instructor. We'll cover this a bit more in depth in a few moments. You can view your grades, discussion boards, and assignments for the class. This is an overview of the course and the menu bar. Now we'll dive into the menu items. Okay, so first it's the simple syllabus. The syllabus is an outline for the course outcome and expectations. It will also list the instructor's name, contact information. It will tell you what books and materials or requirements for the course. And it will list assignments and due dates. You should be able to view it and download it and print it if needed. Each class you take will have a syllabus, and you should read through it, each one, so you know what to expect from you. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the announcements. Announcements are important information your instructor will post. They're usually a welcome announcements for each class. Make sure to check and view announcements regularly, because usually announcements can be like, they're changing a due date. So it's very important that you check them regularly. You can change the notifications to receive important announcements and updates. So you, okay, the next item is modules. Modules are organized are in an organized way. Your instructor might post materials for the class. Not all instructors use this, but if they do, it is an easy way to see what assignments are due by the week. Modules make it easier to keep track of your schoolwork. Each module will have an icon next to each section, and each icon represents what type of content is being shown. You will get familiar with these as you go along, but make a habit to learn what they are so you don't miss submitting something important. Okay, so I'm going to go over what each icon represents. So number one is a page icon. This means it's a page you need to read. Number two is a chat icon, represents a discussion. This means you'll have to post a discussion or reply to a discussion from your classmates. One thing I've learned, since we're not present in a classroom, this is a way us students that do online courses are able to kind of communicate within each other. Number three is a little rocket and it represents a quiz. This means you'll need to complete a quiz that week. Number four is a page and pencil. This represents an assignment you'll need to submit. If you see a lock icon, that means the instructor set a date to open and close the assignment or quiz, and it can only be accessed during that time. Number five has a link. That means it will take you to an external link or tool. And number six is the paper clip. That means there is an attachment you need to view. Okay, so the next menu item is grades. Here, you are able to see your assignments and grades. Instructors might take a while to post grades, so be patient, especially when there are a lot of students in a course. There's many of you and only one of them. Here's a pretty cool feature to let you enter a what if grade. This will calculate the points you need to get in on the assignment to get a grade you want. So that is a pretty cool feature to predict your grade. This feature helps you to get a grade you want by entering a hypothetical grade. Okay, so the next one is discussion boards. Discussion boards may be used to participation points or attendance. Discussion boards are like a chat room where instructors give you a certain topic to discuss. And a lot of it's from those materials that we went over, the links and that we have to read. You will reply to the discussion in response to other students' discussions post. Okay, and the next course menu is assignments. If the instructor set up their Canvas class to use their assignments, you'll be able to submit your assignments here. You'll be able to see how many points the assignment is worth as well. Here's what the submission page looks like. So this student submitted the assignment already. So the tab now says resubmit. But if they hadn't submitted it, it would say submit. Always double check your work before submitting. Quizzes for online classes will be submitted here for all your online classes. If you're in an in-person class, your instructor may do quizzes or tests in person or online. Some instructors will allow you to see your answers after your quiz, and instructors will not allow you to see your response. Okay, the next part is the virtual hub for students, which contains a lot of resources. There's a user guide you can view to get familiar with Canvas. You can go through the online readiness course to learn successful tips of taking online classes. There's a digital tool for you to learn how to use Zoom, Starfish, and other tools. You can get 24/7 support by phone or online. The help phone number is listed here. For in-person Canvas help, you can walk into the library, LI 141, Monday through Friday from 9 to 4. And Liz will drop the phone number in the chat. And the last area we're going to cover in Virtual Hub is Starfish. If you attended any main RAM Ready pathway sessions, you learned a lot about Starfish. Remember, Starfish is what you use to meet with your pathway counselor and view your student educational plan. This view shows you how to access Starfish from the hub and see the counselor within each pathway. Here is a quick view of making an appointment. Select for your reason, choose a date and time that works for you, confirm your appointment. Your confirmation will be sent to your student email. You should be meeting with the counselor by the end of September or early October, this semester that's coming. And it's super, super important that we have that appointment ready to go so we know what courses to take for the spring semester and be ready to register on time. Okay, so now I'm gonna wrap up on the Canvas. So hopefully you learn what Canvas is and why it's important. Show you how to customize your profile. We showed you how to use communication tools and explore the main components of Canvas. You also showed you how to get the 24/7 help support. Does anyone have any questions?
What time are we supposed to get on for Monday with our classes online with our instructor?
So there's no time, but as long as it's within, it doesn't go over to the next day. So as soon as you see your course on Monday and whatever time you have, but as long as it doesn't pass by midnight.
Okay. Because I didn't want it to clash with like the other classes either.
Yeah, just as long as it's throughout that day. And because a lot of the due dates are 11:59 p.m. and anything past that, it'll be considered late.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to jump in. Also, I can't see who's talking, but double check your schedule. Most online classes are self-paced and you do the work on your own. And like Jessica said, if you have an online class and you don't have a time for it, it would say time TBD. That means you just do the work on your own, self-paced, and you just make sure you log in at any time Monday. But
okay.
But if there's a time listed, then make sure that you get into your Canvas, read your syllabus, and make sure you access the class, whether it's Zoom or Canvas, if there's a time listed. If there's no time,
no, it's not a time. It just say TBD on
Oh.
all of mostly all of it is just say TBD.
Perfect. Then yes, it's exactly what Jessica said. Just make sure you log in anytime on Monday before midnight.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Any more questions? Feel free to drop them in the chat, or you can also unmute yourself if you like.
I had a question for one of the online classes.
Go ahead, Maddie.
So for the day, it doesn't have, it just is empty, but for the time it says ARR. Does that mean anything?
No, so that's actually, there's two ways of online classes that are set up, and it's either TBD or arranged. And that's usually, as long as you set up a 100% online classes, then those are just the codes that and terms that we use when we set up the courses.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay, so we will see you next week. For those of you who are coming in on campus, just a friendly reminder to please make sure that you come in early. Parking is going to be difficult the first few weeks of the semester. Utilize the shuttle service that you receive on your email or on your folder if you joined us in person. Arrive on time. Okay, so Samantha has a question about hybrid classes and it says TBD. There should be, when you log into your class, if you are doing a hybrid class, there should be two sections. So make sure that you're looking at your class schedule, because the TBD means you're going to do the online part on your own. And then there's going to be a second part, the way that schedule's set up when you're supposed to join in person. So the TBD is kind of like an online, 100% online, right? You go in, you do your homework, your classwork, and then the hybrid part where you have to come in person, that's where it's listed on your class schedule when you have to come in for that specific lab. It's usually the lab. Does that answer your question, Samantha? Perfect.
All right, before we end the session, we just want to remind everyone, recordings will be available on our Brand Ready webpage within 1 to 2 weeks. We put the link here on our PowerPoint. And also, we will be emailing a Brand Ready student survey to your school email. We do read those surveys. We do take into consideration the feedback, so let us know what you think, what you'd like to see in the future. And we do appreciate the feedback. Other than that, thank you for joining us. Again, check out the webpage. Don't forget the survey, and we are excited to see you guys on campus next week. Make sure to come say hi to us, anybody in a red t-shirt. If you have questions, approach us, and we're happy to help you out. All right, thank you, and everyone have a good weekend.